back to the studio. I have a fun idea for this week's studio video. I'm gonna paint my dog, Dutch. I think that the method that we are going to be using today is going to be a grid system, and I do this a lot with especially human portraits because the human face is so recognizable and we are so trained to notice the very distinct differences, even if they're really small differences between facial features that just when you're painting and you get it a little off, oftentimes you can tell. So a lot of the times with my portraits, if I'm using a photo reference, which most of the time I am, I will just lay a grid over the photo reference that I'm using and then a grid over the canvas, and I'll draw in the proportions that way. And it might be a cheat code, but I'm not above that. I'm okay with using that. It just helps me get the proportions quicker. The one danger with using a grid system to get the proportions down correctly is just that it can end up looking stiff sometimes if you're not careful. So we're just going to pay a little bit closer attention to what kind of brush strokes we're using, what direction we're using them in, to make sure that even though I might get the proportions down correctly, that everything else is also falling into place together and melding and making it feel alive and making it feel like it's a little dog on the canvas and not just like a really stiff photocopy, you know? It's the difference between painting a photo from a photo versus making a painting using a photo as reference.